All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started with lesson 25. Today's lesson tells us I can learn the definition of solution in the context of placing a value into a variable to see if the value makes the equation true. So what we're pretty much doing is the same thing as yesterday, but only focusing on one main solution. Okay, so let's look at the opening exercise. I want you to try letters A through D, okay, just solving for the variable. So just solve for the variable, pause the video, try A through D on your own, and when you get done, press play and we will go over them together. So you should have paused the video and done these on your own, okay? So now let's look at this. 3 plus G equals 15. So we need to figure out what plus 3 is equal to 15. Well, an easy way to do this is try to get G by itself. So I'm going to subtract 3 here, and I'm going to do the same thing to 15, and I'm left with 12. So G equals 12. 3 plus 12 equals 15. Let's look at letter B. 30 is greater than 2D. Okay? Now, 2D has to be less than 30. So the biggest number that it can be, is 14, okay? Or 14.9, but it can't be 15 because 2 times 15 is 30, and 30 is not greater than 30. So our answer here would be D is less than 15. D is less than 15. It can't be 15, so it has to be less than 15. Let's look at letter C. Letter C says 15 over F is less than 5. 15 over F is less than 5. Okay, so what would make this 5? Okay, well, 15 over 3 is equal to 5, okay, but it has to be less than 5. So anything greater than 3 is going to make this less than 5. So our answer here is F is greater than 3. All right, and letter D, 42 is less than or equal to 50 minus M. So now, 42 is less than or equal to, okay, 50 minus M. So 50 minus 8 is the biggest number that we can do here, okay? So the answer here would be M is less than or equal to 8, okay? Now, it can be 8 because 42 is equal to 42, but it can't be 9 because that would be 41, okay? And 41 is not bigger than 42. So M has to be less than or equal to 8. All right, guys, let's look at example 1, okay? It says each of the following numbers, if substituted for the variable, makes one of the equations below into a true number sentence. So now we're just solving for the variable again. Let's look at letter A. N plus 26 equals 32. Well, an easy way to do this is to subtract 26 from both sides, and you end up with 6, and that's what N equals. N equals 6. Okay, 6 plus 26 is equal to 32. Now, letter B, N minus 12 is equal to 32. Well, now, instead of subtracting 12, I'm going to add 12 to both sides, and this is 14 and 44, okay? So N equals 44. All right, try C through E on your own, okay? Pause the video and then press play when you are complete. So you should have paused the video, okay? And let's look at letter C, okay? 17N equals 51. Okay, so what times 17 equals 51? Well, what we would have to do is 51 divided by 17 to figure out what N equals. Okay, now 17 doesn't go into 5, but so we have to start with the whole thing of 51. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with 3. Okay, 17 times 3 is 21. 3 times 1 is 2. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 2 is 5. So it is 3. So in this case, n equals 3, because 17 times 3 is equal to 21. So now, letter D is really easy. All we're doing is completing the answer. 4 squared is equal to n. So now, what does 4 squared equal? That is 4 times 4, which is 16. And that is my final answer. And letter E, okay, n over 3 is equal to 5. Okay, so as I said, these are division problems, guys. So what divided by 3 is equal to 5? If you said 15, you are correct. N equals 15 because 15 over 3 is equal to 5. All right, guys, I hope this is making sense to you, okay? And I just want to talk about this quick discussion, okay? And it says, in most of the equations we have looked at so far, the numbers we use to substitute in for the variable have resulted in true number sentences. A number value for the variable that results in a true number sentence is special and is called a solution to the equation. In the example, 6 is a solution to n plus 26 equals 32. 44 is a solution to n minus 12 equals 32, and so on. So that's what we're doing today, guys. We're just finding the solution to our variables in order to make these number sentences true. So on this exercise, this slide that you have on your paper, I just wanted to include some examples for you, okay? It has the number sentence, and then it has its solution. So let's look at a couple of these, okay? So the first one, we have a plus 14 equals 36. So, okay, obviously a equals 22 because 22 plus 14 is equal to 36. Okay, now let's look at the next one. C over 5 is equal to 3. Okay, so what divided by 5 is equal to 3? Okay, C equals 15. 15 over 5 is equal to 3. All right, guys, so what I want you to do is just to review each of these problems, plug in the solutions, okay, and get the answer. All right, and use this to help you on the problem set and on the short quiz on the back of the paper. All right, guys, so the lesson summary tells us a variable is a symbol that represents a number. A variable is a placeholder for a number that does not vary. An expression is a numerical expression or a result of replacing some or all of the numbers in a numerical expression with variables. An equation is a statement of equality between two expressions. If A and B are two expressions in the variable x, then A equals B is an equation for the variable x. All right, guys, I want you to do the problem set on your own. Okay, try to figure this out. All right, find the solutions for each equation. Okay, then I want you to complete the quiz on the back of this paper. Okay, it is multiple choice. Try your best, do it completely on your own, and get it turned into the sub when you are done. All right, guys, have a great day. I will see you tomorrow on Friday. Goodbye.